Lil Baby has just responded to Young Thug's latest release song, where Thug openly apologized for everything he said in those infamous leaked prison phone calls. And in a shocking twist, Lil Baby completely disregarded the apology, declaring that he is not ready to forgive Thug, leaving fans stunned and sparking one of the most unexpected riffs in hip-hop's brotherhood history. This response is not only surprising, but it threatens to change the trajectory of their friendship, their collaborations, and potentially the entire dynamic of Atlanta rap as we know it. The hip-hop world is no stranger to betrayal, apologies, and reconciliations, but this situation between Young Thug and Lil Baby is cutting deeper than most. To fully grasp the magnitude of Lil Baby's reaction, you have to rewind and understand what the apology even stemmed from in the first place. Young Thug has been behind bars for a while now, battling the weight of a RICO case that has the industry watching closely. In the process, several leaked phone calls from jail found their way online, and what they revealed shocked fans and shook the core of his relationships with people closest to him. In these leaks, Thug was allegedly speaking out in ways that seemed to dismiss the loyalty of his circle, throwing shade, exposing secrets, and sounding as though he was questioning the authenticity of the very people who rode for him. And among those hurt the most by these revelations was none other than Lil Baby, one of the biggest stars in the game, and someone fans believe was not just an ally but practically family to Thug. Please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back into the video. So when Young Thug dropped a new track from behind bars, laced with an emotional apology, fans hoped it would be a healing moment. The song wasn't a typical club banger or a flashy flex anthem. Instead, it carried weight, confession, and raw regret. Thug appeared to pour his heart into verses that admitted fault, acknowledged pain, and begged for forgiveness. Many fans immediately speculated that the bars were directed squarely at Lil Baby, given how close they once were and how fractured their bond appeared to be after the phone call leaks. The hip-hop community waited with bated breath to see how Baby would respond. Would he embrace his brother in music, overlook the mistakes, and remind everyone what true loyalty looks like? Or would he distance himself, drawing a line in the sand, and making it clear that not all wounds can be healed with a few bars and a beat? Well, the answer came, and it was colder than anyone expected. Lil Baby, known for his usually calm, collected demeanor, didn't mince words. In his response, delivered with a mixture of firmness and disappointment, he made it clear that he's not ready to accept Thug's apology. He acknowledged the song, yes, but instead of praising it as a genuine act of contrition, he disregarded it entirely as insufficient. According to Baby, an apology in a track is not the same as a man-to-man conversation, not the same as real accountability. And just like that, the image of a possible reunion between two of Atlanta's giants shattered. The impact of this decision cannot be understated. For years, Lil Baby and Young Thug represented more than just two rappers who collaborated. They symbolized a bond between generations of Atlanta hip-hop. Thug, the eccentric pioneer with his futuristic style, had always been seen as a mentor figure, opening doors for younger artists and showing them how to carve out their own lanes. Lil Baby, the prodigy turned superstar, was widely understood to be one of Thug's biggest protégés, someone who learned the ropes, mastered the craft, and went on to dominate charts around the world. Their chemistry on tracks was undeniable, with songs that didn't just climb charts but defined entire eras of trap and melodic rap. To see cracks in that bond, and to see those cracks widen publicly, is something fans are struggling to process. What makes Lil Baby's stance even more powerful is the way he framed it. He didn't lash out or throw disrespect back at Thug. Instead, his tone carried an air of solemn disappointment. He wasn't angry, he was hurt. And hurt, as fans know, is often more dangerous than anger because it lingers, it festers, and it creates distance that apologies alone cannot bridge. Baby's choice to disregard the song wasn't about pettiness. It was about principle. He wanted it understood that loyalty, once broken, is not so easily repaired. Social media, of course, went into overdrive. Twitter timelines exploded with takes, memes, and debates. Some sided with Lil Baby, arguing that trust is sacred and that Thug's apology, no matter how well-crafted, couldn't erase the sting of betrayal from those leaked calls. Others, however, accused Baby of being too harsh, reminding everyone that Thug is under immense stress while facing serious charges, and that perhaps he deserves a little more grace. This debate split the fan base right down the middle. Some even went as far as to claim that this moment might mark the end of an era in Atlanta, a fracture that could ripple across collaborations, alliances, and the very culture that both rappers helped shape. Another layer to this drama is the sheer timing. Thug releasing an apology song while in the middle of legal chaos gave it an air of desperation, as if he knew his relationships were slipping and he wanted to reclaim some of that lost ground. Lil Baby's dismissal of it, however, sent a different kind of message, that not even looming prison time or heartfelt lyrics could undo the damage done. The symbolism of this cannot be ignored. It's almost as if Baby is declaring, "Your actions spoke louder than your words, and I can't overlook them, no matter what." Industry insiders have begun speculating about what this means for the future of collaborations. Will we ever hear another Young Thug and Lil Baby track together? For years, their collabs have been anthems, music that set the standard for modern rap. Songs like We Paid and countless other features carried the energy of two artists locked in synergy. If that synergy is gone, the void it leaves in hip-hop is massive. Fans are already mourning the idea of no more tag team records between the two, no more surprise verses, no more that infectious Atlanta magic that only they could deliver together. But beyond the music, this is about legacy and respect. Lil Baby is at the height of his career, commanding influence, fame, and power in a way few rappers can claim. By standing his ground against Thug, he's sending a clear message. His loyalty is not to be taken lightly, and betrayal, no matter how indirect or circumstantial, cannot be patched up with superficial gestures. For Baby, forgiveness isn't automatic. It has to be earned. And Thug, unfortunately, hasn't yet earned it back. Meanwhile, Young Thug supporters are heartbroken. To them, the apology song was a beautiful gesture, a rare moment of vulnerability from an artist who has always masked his emotions behind eccentricities, fashion statements, and coded lyrics. To see it disregarded so publicly stings. It adds yet another burden onto Thug's already heavy shoulders, leaving him more isolated than ever. His camp is said to be divided as well, with some pushing him to reach out to Baby personally, while others believe he should focus on his legal fight and stop worrying about relationships that may never mend.